What up, guys? Crazy Gunner 9130 here with the 3rd gen Tacoma. We're doing a mod from Tacoma World called the AC Drain Fix mod, the rust on the frame. So here's the tools that you're going to be needing. It's a really simple mod. You can basically do it for $5 or free. Get yourself some zip ties, make sure they're black so you can't see them. Some hose clamps, a drain or hose. You can get a heater hose, you can get whatever you want. This is actually a hose from irrigation. I would assume it would work pretty good. It's black, so it works. Get yourself some lube if you need some to squeeze it in there. Obviously your phone and flathead screwdriver for these bad boys. So what you're going to want to do is turn your wheel all the way to the right. The left, excuse me, all the way to the left if you're small like me, or you can just take the wheel off. And it's right here on the passenger side, which you can see, passenger side of the vehicle. And it's right here. You just squeeze into the wheel well, and it's on the left-hand side. What you're going to want to do is take your flathead screwdriver, like this. It's a pretty easy mod, guys. Anyone can do this. You're going to come in here, and you're going to find this little guy. Now, I didn't pop them off like this because I was afraid I was going to break them because they're on there pretty tight. So what I did was actually just squeeze it around them, and I'll pop them off later when I'm done with the mod. I thought I was actually going to break them, and I just kind of just zip tied it up here on the upper control arm or the brake cable, so just to get it out of the way. So what you're going to want to do is see where the heater drop is. If you're small like me, you could lay down right under the wheel well, squeeze in here, move one of my tools out of the way, and you're gonna want to kind of just finagle yourself in here, and right here, that's the drain, right there. Now you can see it's about half an inch long, and it drops right here on the frame. Now this truck just hit 1,000 miles on it. This is the frame. Here's the drain. It's gonna basically drop somewhere right here. Now you can see just a little bit on this weld right here. Right here, there's actually rust starting on this truck. Now, let me just see if I can't wipe it off. It is a little dirty. I ran up to Utah yesterday for a day trip. And you can barely see it on the weld. There's rust starting all the way down, right on this weld. Now that's not good for 1,000 miles, and I live in Nevada. So you guys that live in California or Florida, Oregon, Washington, I feel bad. I feel really bad. So this is gonna be a maintenance, a cheap maintenance fix. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna extend the heater or this hose, and we're gonna find, a hole in this frame somewhere. Now I'm gonna probably get back to you guys and find out where I'm gonna do this. So I'll let you know in 2 seconds. Alright, so I found out where I'm gonna run this. So here's the hose right here. You can barely see it. We're actually under the truck now. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna extend this hose. So we get under the truck more, where the lower control arm is on the passenger side front. And right here, you can still see it, just slightly see it. Now it's right here where my hand is, guys. Right there, I'm moving it. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna bring it down this way, run it across this rail right here, the frame, and there's a hole right here in this frame, which you can barely see. We're gonna put it in this hole, and right here where the lower control arm bolt is, we're gonna pull it through, and we're gonna stuff it out right here and let it drain. It's directly right on the floor, away from any frame. So I guess let's start doing it, I guess. Now what I just did right there is I lubed up the end. I just use garage door lubricant. Any lube would work, WD-40, anything. Now we're gonna try and stuff this in there and put the hose clamp on it. Not too tight where it cuts off circulation, but enough where it'll work. So let's get to that. Yes. Now what you can see, what I just did right there is I finagled it all the way in, so it's perfect. We're gonna put the hose clamp right here, tie it in a decent amount, not too enough where it squishes it, but you want it decent so it can stay on there. And then we're gonna run it through the frame, down on the bottom where about the transmission drain is. So let's do that right now as well. Now what you can see, what I just did right there is I finagled it all the way in, so it's perfect. We're gonna put the hose clamp right here, tie it in a decent amount, not too enough where it squishes it, but you want it decent so it can stay on there. And then we're gonna run it through the frame, down on the bottom where about the transmission drain is. So let's do that right now as well. Alright, now that we put the hose clamp on here, it's not too tight, guys. You don't want it too tight where you're suffocating it, but enough where when you're pulling on it, you're doing what you're doing. If you're going off-road, you're not gonna drop this. But now what I'm doing right here is you can see the hose now come down all the way down by the passenger catalytic converter, which is right there. Now what I want to do is get it enough slack where I could zip tie it to the I guess you could say this is like the transmission, the tranny, one of the tranny sensors right here. So I'm actually going to zip tie it right here, guys, where it has enough slack but not too much slack. And we're actually coming down right here into one of the frame holes, and we're going to pull it out. This is the end right here, so we're going to push it back into this hole that it's coming out of, and we're going to take it up, put it in this hole, which is going to be some finagling. So yet again, I'll be right back. So let's see if I can't get it through this little tiny hole right here. So see you guys in 2 seconds. Now that we zip tied it right here, and we got it, fished it through the frame right here, the lower frame or the subframe, we actually got it out right here. So now all you need to do is just basically cut as much as you need off and then go from there. So I guess you could say it's gonna go down, and I want it to hang just a little off, just a little. So let's see if we can't. I'm gonna cut a little bit, not too much off, but so we cut that much off. So now I kind of want to see, what about this? So this spot a lot more, so let's push it back.